What's good, YouTube? It's StudHD coming to you guys with a brand new video, and today in this video we're going to be going over the top 5 budget cards under 100,000 coins. Now I know 100,000 is a little bit of coins and it's not exactly budget, but 100,000 can get you some really good cards, and these are some solid cards that people should be picking up if they do have a spot open for these players. So let's go ahead and get on with number 1. By the way, there are going to be a couple of honorable mentions as well, so that you could also consider these cards, but these are the top 5 that I personally will be having on this list. So let's go ahead and start off with number 1. So number 1 on this list is going to be Jake Bobo, and this is a wide receiver for the Seahawks. He comes from the Ghost of MUT promo, and let's take a look at his stats because here's a reason why he's on this list. Number 1, he is 6'4", 207 pounds, 92 speed. Some of the top end receivers only have 94, 95 speed. I know Tyreek Hill has 95 speed, but when it comes to cards under 100,000 coins, you're not really going to get any better than basically 92 to 93 speed. And Jake Bobo, for being 6'4" and 200 pounds, I mean, he's got really good route running if you take a look as well. 90 short, 89 medium, 91 deep route running. This card plays incredible. I used him when I was going for the college overtime games, and this card literally balled out for me. Obviously, I have a way better team than the 90 overall, but I went on my side account because I do have a Bengals theme team account, and he played great for me. He's literally one of the best receivers I think I've played with, especially under 100,000 coins. You should 100% consider getting this card for under 100,000 coins. Before we get on to the second card on this list, if you guys are new to the channel and like Madden 24 content, then definitely consider subscribing. We'll be uploading a ton of other Madden related content, but let's go ahead and take a look at the next card. And this one is halfback Katon Mitchell from the Ghost of MUT Future promo, and taking a look at his stats, he has 93 speed, which is literally top end speed. When this card released, it was basically the fastest card in the entire game, other than some of the LTD running backs. And for 80,000 coins, he is 5'8", 186 pounds, so he's not really going to be running right through people like Derrick Henry, but considering the fact that he is one of the fastest running backs in the entire game at 93 speed, and sometimes those smaller running back builds actually really do help, kind of just getting right through the lanes, because of course if you have basically a fat 5 offensive line and they have a fat 5 defensive line, then Katon Mitchell can really get through those gaps, and he's definitely going to bring you, he will have a lot of house calls with you, and honestly one of the better running backs in this game. I know he does have 90 break tackle, which is good. The only thing that really does concern me, and have been using him, which I haven't really seen this as an issue, is 76 carrying. But if I'm being honest with you, it is very rare for you to fumble in Madden. Like, if you fumble, it is most likely, number 1, because you're either overusing your running back or any player, or the Madden algo is literally just against you. So I will have another running back on the honorable mentions list, so consider taking a look at that one as well. But he does have 80 catching as well, so solid card all around. Let's go ahead and get on to the next card. The next card we're going to be looking at is a corner. Now this card is at the moment over 101,000 coins, but in reality this card actually is just under 100,000. I picked him up for about 80,000, so it's just the time of day. But taking a look at him, he is a 6'3" zone corner. He also can play man coverage, so you can get the man to over 90. Zone coverage is already at 92. 85 press. Honestly, I wouldn't be pressing in this game anyways. If you press, most likely you're going to get beat over the top. He does have 92 speed, which is really good for a budget corner. Now the 89 Excel isn't too much of a worry, but I have used this card. He has played amazing for me. He does have 92 speed, 89 agility, 94 jumping, so he's going to jump up and pick a lot of those balls that honestly you probably shouldn't actually grab, so really good there. And if I'm not mistaken, he also has decent hit power at 76. You would like to see maybe corners with like 80, maybe 90. I know Night Train Lane, his 90 overall has like 90 hit power, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Ken Riley, he also has like 90 hit power, so you would like a card to have hit power, but with the fact that players really don't fumble, hit power honestly doesn't seem to do too much. But this is a really good corner. I mean, you can't teach height. 6'3". When you're going against like some of the other receivers in the game, like Tyreek Hill, Amari Cooper, Marquise Brown, or just any player that is under 6 foot or just 6 foot in general, when your player is 6'3", you're going to basically have a bailout at corner. So this is actually a really good card. Next card on this list is probably going to be the most boring card to add on the list, but it is going to be right end Myles Garrett from the Unstoppables promo. And taking a look at him, he's got 86 speed, 83 excel, he's got 90 block shed, 91 power move, 89 85 finesse move, but the real reason why he's on this team isn't even because of his stats. Obviously, he does have 90 block shed and 91 power move and can rush the passer with decent speed. I mean, 86 is essentially top end speed for left and right ends. And one other thing, he is 6'4", but he's 272 pounds. If you guys are not aware, stats really don't mean too much when it comes to offensive line and honestly even defensive line. It's really just a weight game and more of a timer, if you want to say that. Essentially, these players on defense, they kind of have a set timer where they basically will block shed regardless of any of their stats, and having 272 pounds is going to basically stop players from having their offensive line, number one, either pancake you, or number two, with the pass rush timer, with the 272 pounds, which is one of the bigger right ends in the entire game, or just honestly one of the bigger defensive linemen in the entire game, he's going to basically bully the offensive line, especially if somebody doesn't have anybody who's like 300 pounds. If you don't have like 310, 320, 330 pound offensive line, Myles Garrett, he's not going to get pancaked and he's going to fly off the edge once he's essentially able to. And he also does have that 90 block shed, 91 power move. So really good card. Honestly, one of the more boring cards that I have put on this list, but considering the fact that this card released many months ago, he's still really good and one of the better cards in the game. Definitely check him out. The last and final card before I get on to the honorable mentions is going to be Jawan Johnson. Now, I will say at the moment he did just release, and I'm recording this video not too long after the brand new Week 17 Team of the Week ended up releasing, but this Jawan Johnson, give him a couple days and this card will be sitting under 100,000 coins. But taking a look at him, he has 91 speed, 6'4", 230 pounds, but he does have 90 spec catch, so he is going to be able to spec catch. He does have 91 short route running, 88 medium route running, and taking a look at his deep route running, he also has 86. So unfortunately, you probably won't be able to get the 86 deep route running up to 90, but you can get the medium route running up to 90 if you do use one of these strat cards that gives +2 to medium route running, or +1 and then another +1 on one of like the promo strat items. So you definitely can get him up to the 90 threshold, and he's going to play great. I mean, you put him on a corner route, a post route, maybe even a crosser, or maybe a delay fade. Really good card. He also has 90 carrying, so don't expect him to fumble. Not that he's going to fumble in general, but he's not going to fumble either. Now, I will say he's not really going to run block. I mean, 230 pounds, run blocking isn't going to be too good, or even pass blocking for that matter, but this is a really good card. Honestly, one of the brand new cards. I would consider picking this up. Let's go ahead and talk about the honorable mentions. All right, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about these players, but we do have 89 overall DJ Chark. Now, this is a wide receiver. He is 6'3", 200 pounds, but one thing that this card is going to do really good, and it's if you need a deep threat, this is going to be your guy. He has 94 speed, literally one of the fastest receivers in the entire game, and he's under 67,000 coins. Now, I will say he ain't going to do much other than basically be a deep threat. I mean, some people have said that he can get open. I've seen him more as just a deep threat, to be honest, though. I mean, he's got 90 catching, 86 catching traffic. Honestly, doesn't matter. He's 6'3", and then the deep route running, you could definitely get to 90 deep route running, and he's going to do one thing and one thing only: run a streak for you, run a deep crossing route, or a deep post route, or even a corner route. This card's going to do some really good things for you, and if you need somebody who's really fast and you like speed, and you need somebody who could just be a deep threat for you, this is your guy. The second honorable mention we are going to have on this list is Devon Achan. Now, I will say one thing about him. He is not 100,000 coins. He is way under that. For some reason, this is the only one on the auction at the moment, but he does have 92 speed. So if you were concerned about Katon Mitchell having like 79 carrying, then having 89 carrying is going to be really good, and he's not going to fumble. He hasn't fumbled one single time for me, and this is my main running back. He also has 90 change of direction. He could partially truck. I wouldn't really do it, but he does have 87 break tackle. He's 5'9", 188 pounds, very similar to Katon Mitchell. Now, this is the last and final card, and honestly, as a Bengals fan, I just had to throw Yoshi on this list. Take a look at him. He is 89 overall. He is 6'3", 212 pounds. He has 92 speed, but taking a look at all of his other stats: 92 jumping, 88 catching traffic, 88 spec catch, 88 short, 89 medium, and 88 deep route running. You can easily get him to 90 deep route running, 90 medium route running, and you could argue you could get him to potentially 90 short route running, but I'd argue you should probably just get him to the deep and the medium. That is going to be the last and final card on this entire list. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions on these cards. Which cards are you going to pick up, or do you have any of these players players already on your team? Let me know in the comments below, but make sure to like, subscribe, put on post notifications so you guys don't miss another video. Have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.